We have other things we want to say, but we want to limit it to that just for the sake of time. Let me also take this time to apologize for the delay on the late start of the program. There was a situation beyond our control. We are still coordinating the arrival of other guests. As we sit here, people will be leaving to go receive one of Liberia international superstar, Michael Blackson, who will be launching the Diaspora Education Fund at the Heritage Dinner Night. In no special order, I will just pass the mic again, just your name and the state or the part of the world you're from.
My name is Eminent Emmanuel Eswati. I'm chair of the clinical meeting from in the U.S.
My name is Franklin Norman from Atlanta, Georgia.
My name is Shawana Norman from Atlanta, Georgia. Lisa White from Atlanta, Georgia.
J. Wendell Rains from North Carolina.
I'm Henry Pritchett from Michigan.
Laura Pritchett, Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Sakar Aha Ahedishu, Jersey City, New Jersey.
Fatima York, Atlanta, Georgia.
Maybe if you stand for the camera too, it'll help out. Thanks.
Dentuck Ray, Brooklyn, New York.
Felix Lawrence III, Duburo. Jackson George, Big Lick, Minnesota.
James Obro Pasigway, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
I'm Ambassador Truman Samuels from Pennsylvania, USA.
I'm Henry Williams from North Dakota.
I'm Dr. Kimon Deeks from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hi, my name is Crystalyn and I'm from Miami, Florida.
Hello, my name is Leanne Nolden and I'm from Liberia.
Hi, my name is Catherine Woy. I'm from Durham, North Carolina.
Terry Tatum, St. Louis, Missouri.
Angelina Tatum, St. Louis, Missouri.
Macaulay Gallimore, Accra, Ghana.
Caroline Grimes, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Bernadette Grimes, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Percy Williams Jr., Atlanta, Georgia.
Arthur Williams of North Carolina.
Al Hussein Fatiga, Minnetonka, Minnesota.
Jackie McKay, Atlanta, Georgia.
Hassan Fadiga, Egg River, Minnesota.
Momolu Kiadi, Raleigh, North Carolina.
Dr. Adam Dole, New York.
Judge Kenya Johnson, Atlanta, Georgia, Fulton County.
Honorable Vice Chair Commissioner Khadijah Abdul Rahman, Fulton County, Atlanta, Georgia.
Dr. Sana Ziyama, Seattle, Washington.
My name is Julius Bantu, North Providence, Rhode Island.
Lois Harris, Atlanta, Georgia.
I'm Linus Perkins, Birmingham, and I'm here with my family.
Hello, my name is Michelle Perkins, and I'm from Birmingham, Alabama.
Hello, I'm Kiana Perkins. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Jason Perkins, Birmingham, Alabama.
Yolger Perkins, Raleigh, North Carolina.
Pastor Roland Cooper, Maple Grove, Minnesota.
Charlotte William, Manila, Philippines.
Stacy Tabanami, Dallas, Texas.
Reggie Shimon, Accra, Ghana.
Barney Blama, New York, New York.
Ariel Kluba, Miami, Florida.
Rose Joy Carmore, Philly, Pennsylvania.
Ira Swami, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Howard Dunbar, North Carolina.
Sharon Collins, I'm so happy to be home. I'm a brand new retired nurse from Rochester, Minnesota.
Songo Yates, Charlotte, North Carolina.
My favorite artist, King D, from Stockton, California.
Emeka Steven, Liberia.
Jonathan Gay, Miami, Florida.
Stephen T. Kidd, Liberia.
Attorney John Bacali, Atlanta, Georgia.
John Greaves, Philadelphia, PA.
My name is Trey Clemens, and I'm from Virginia.
Cyril Clemens with Trace Drive from Virginia.
Orson Kula Jr., Atlanta, Georgia.
Chancellor Williams, Lower Monkey County, Liberia.
Jordan Kula, Atlanta, Georgia. Joel Lois Buckley, Atlanta, Georgia.
Arthur Kula Sr. Arthur Kula Sr., Atlanta, Georgia, by way of Liberia, Stafford.
Paul Tucker, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Mario Toba, Istanbul.
Immigrants, Ghana.
Dr. Cool, Atlanta, Georgia. And Atlanta is with it, Erasmus.
Okay, Blessing Ewikuya, Pretoria, South Africa.
Victor Yekan Jr., Delaware, USA.
Anyone else?
Aaron Faulkner, Atlanta, Georgia.
Anyone else? Erasmus.
Okay, so that was a self-introduction here, and wherever you're following us, this is the
Minnesota in the house.
Executive Mansion, the official voice of the Executive Mansion, and today we're welcoming our Liberian Diaspora brothers. We're here at the Executive Mansion, and we're here to welcome them. Later on, they have a tete-a-tete with the president, but for now, it's just here at the Executive Mansion. So wherever you're following us, thank you. Keep following. And so, no, sorry, it's okay. Yeah. So good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're following us. This is the Executive Mansion page, and we're live here on the grounds, in the parlors of the Executive Mansion.
So I'll introduce now our senior staff here at the Executive Mansion, beginning with the President Executive Assistant, Maurice Juma. And our own Ambassador at Large, Over Richie. course, Minister Sir, Anthony George.
Anthony Johnson is the Assistant Minister for Public Affairs.
Let me look in the room before I call the big name. And of course, the minister have his support staff, our brother Eugene, and so I'm still getting familiar with the names. And our sister Jennifer and Charles. And now we also have our senior minister here present, Minister Mamaka Belete. And of course, the Minister proper, Minister Sylvester Crispy, Minister of State for Presidential. We'll now call on our minister who will officially welcome everybody to the nation's capital. Mr. Minister.
Mr. Honorable Grisby, the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, will do the official welcome on behalf of His Excellency here in the parlors of the Executive Mansion.
I want to welcome all of you, having been at the creation of the formalization of the diaspora Liberians. I am indeed very happy at the enthusiasm and the size of the delegation this time. And just listening to the introduction, we know that you are a representative sample of the concentration of Liberians in the United States. I'm also very happy to note that somebody came in from Pretoria. And Ghana. You will forgive me if I introduce, or rather recognize, two people or two groups here. I want to pay tribute specifically to Mr. Wei, who I think you all know as Mr. Dual Citizen. Mr. Wei and I worked very closely together when I was in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and then we jointly worked on this project for dual citizenship, which I believe has become a reality. And I mean, he worked tenaciously to get that done. So I think we, give him a big hand. I'd also like to welcome the Atlanta, Fulton County group. The member of the president, in fact, the president visited there earlier this year, and we got a very, very priceless piece of history. It's a deed, a will, rather, that was passed on to the president. We're still calculating what interest I may have accrued on that will. But welcome. The president would have loved to be here with you this afternoon, but there was an unforeseen development that required his presence. So he has made provision, I understand, to receive you later on this evening at the residence. One thing I'd like to, well, in fact, I'd just like to deviate a little and follow the evolution of the diaspora. there was a time when freedom of speech and even democracy were things that were completely unknown in this country. And so, Mr. Tauber at one time defined freedom, the fight for freedom. He named 3 things how to achieve freedom. One is you stay and you fight for your freedom. Thank you. Another is you go abroad and have a chance to realize the dreams and the passport at home. And the third is you join the system, however oppressive it is. And so many in the diaspora, before it became recognized as the diaspora, provided a platform for self-expression, for freedom in this country. I know that because when I first started working at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs after graduation, colleagues of mine who formed the ULA sent somebody to me. At that time I was in operation. He said they wanted to establish an organization that would give expression to Liberians. I took the risk and received them in my office, and they wanted to find for a black man who will organize here at home as a kind of a counter for the desire for freedom in this country. Well, being a bureaucrat, I could not be too active in the activities. Whatever we could do to facilitate the work we provided was legitimate. In other words, I could not, in clear conscience, facilitate anything that was subversive. I know that free speech, no matter in what form, cannot be subversive. And so, as government changed and as this country moved forward, greater recognition began to be given to the diaspora. I remember when I traveled to the U.S. in 1982, in Washington, D.C., with Mr. Doe. Members of the Liberian community came to see him at a hotel, Hilton. They had a laundry list of things. What was most interesting at the time was that many of them were asking for jobs to come home. Because this was supposed to be a revolutionary time. Indeed, many came home, and many were given very strategic positions in government. And then, of course, he said the rest is history. Whether it was a pleasant history or not, that is for posterity to judge. But today, or at least beginning in 2006, the diaspora became part of government's agenda. And today we have a program in an office, in the office of the president, that is responsible for diaspora affairs. Because we know from statistics that annually, and especially during our brutal civil crisis, over $300 million is remitted from abroad, from Liberians. So if you send your little $10, $50, whether it's Sendwave or Western Union or so forth, it adds up. It provides livelihood for parents and relatives who otherwise would not have access to that. And that amount in aggregate constitutes a very, very significant percentage of our GDP. And so what we are hoping to do now, especially when I headed the program to formulate a diaspora policy, was to ensure that we have a program where we institutionalize the remittances from the diaspora. We sent delegations around to study best practices. We sent one to Ghana, we sent a team to Ethiopia, and we even sent people to the US. We found out that in Ethiopia, for example, the diaspora contributes over $2 billion annually in investment. In Ghana, diaspora Ghanaians have a link to their respective villages. Some of them send funds to your homes, some of them contribute to construction of hospitals, and real hospitals, not and so the potential for your participation in the development of your homeland, potential is immense. And we all together want to be able to tap into the resources. It's not just money, because the diaspora will be the most educated of our population. It is the most exposed. They have skills that we otherwise would spend millions of dollars to train our people. So you have that. And therefore we want to be able, through this program, to tap into it, where you backward forward and participate in the development of this country. We have seen Monrovia what it looks like today, basically a city of light. Some of you are engineers, architects, city planners. You can tap into the talents. So we welcome you and hope that as we make this an annual event, we will not make it just an event, but a process of integration that will serve as bridge to the outside and the country. Thank you very much.
And so that was the voice of Minister Crispy welcoming diasporan brothers
to
the executive mansion and to Liberia.
Can we give a big hand of applause for the minister? The minister said, welcome home. This is home. Once a Liberian, once a Liberian, always Liberian. That's why we believe in the diaspora office. And that's why we are doing everything possible to strengthen the relationship so that our kids that have less interest in the country can now start to develop interest to come and inherit our property that we are working hard for. Hello? Without further ado, we will, I got a master sheet. We'll call on Dr. Clarice Pula, who will tell you a little bit about our other activities, and also she will recognize some of our special international guests that are here exclusively for this program. We are embarking on a journey to strengthen not just the relationship between Liberians abroad and Liberians at home, but also people of Liberian heritage, our African American brothers and sisters that came from here wants to come back. And our goal, continue to strengthen that relationship, continue to hold the conversation, at which point we believe, like the president said, Liberia is the destination of African diaspora. Dr. Clarice Pula, please.
Good evening. So we want to take this time to introduce our diaspora. Like Erasmus says, just not Liberia, but it's also our African American brothers and sisters. So we'll start there. Will all of my African American brothers and sisters in the house please stand? These three here created a tribe. And their goal is to bring African Americans back to Liberia. Since Laura, her goal is also the same thing. Lisa, the whole crew is here. And my Fulton County people, they delivered a speech today that was amazing for the connection, the things that we can do together, the investment opportunities between Liberia and Atlanta. We appreciate you for that. These people spend the night, 12 hours in the airport because their flight delayed just to be here. We appreciate you for that. Thank you so much. Everybody from the African Diaspora, thank you. All right, my Liberian team members, this has been something working with Erasmus here to bring this dream to fruition. So all of the members of our team, please stand. You know yourselves, don't pretend. All right? This is Ms. Royce Harris. Of course, Ms. Royce is our co-chair. You're doing a great job. Ms. Robina, she's still working. She's back there somewhere. Some other members are not here right now, but we thank God for everybody that worked with us on this team. So now I will tell you guys a little bit about our activities. Now this entire month we've been doing lots of things. Different groups have been doing different things. Partnerships between the government of Liberia and the private sector. There are 4 major events that we've concentrated on. One being tomorrow, which all of you are invited. I hope you can come. It is the One Liberia Peace and Reconciliation Dialogue. This is a time when we sit as Liberians to talk about those of us in the diaspora who are trying to come home, those of you on ground who have been here, how do we reconnect? How do we find our footing when we move back to Liberia, right? Are we going to be welcomed with open arms? How are we going to receive you guys? All of the notions, sometimes we say, oh, this one here coming to see my job. Oh, this one here don't want to come to work on time. Saying that of each other. There are many things that diasporans and online Liberians say about each other that are not necessarily true. So tomorrow, let's sit and reason together and figure out how we can work together as one people, as one Liberia. Then on December the 21st, we're having the Diaspora Heritage Award. You guys are invited. It's by invitation, but you're invited. It's going to be at the Ministerial Complex. At 6 p.m. is the red carpet. 7, the program will start. And actually, let's go back to the dialogue. I forgot to mention the time. It's going to be tomorrow at the Ministerial Complex at 9 a.m. Please do your best to be there. You don't want to miss this dialogue. All right, then we will go to the 22nd of December. We're going to be having an old-fashioned Christmas cantata. And this will be held on the lawn of Providence Baptist Church. We know it's the oldest church in our nation. And right there on the lawn, we're going to have children from orphanages, children from the neighborhood, children from wherever coming together as one to have a wonderful time. We're going to give gifts. It's going to be perfect. Bring your children out if they're in town. If they want to volunteer, they can do that as well. Then on the 30th of December, I'm trying not to cry, we as Liberians are going to come together in a One Liberia March. We're going to hold hands as one people. We're going to wear our t-shirts as one people. And we're going to march through the city of Monrovia, starting at the Unification Park. I want to see all of you there in your t-shirts having a wonderful time. So again, we want to take this opportunity to say thank you. Thank you to these wonderful people who help us to put this together. It's just been a wonderful time getting to know each other. So I thank you again for listening, and I hope to see everybody this week and this weekend. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kula. One of the most interesting time will be tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning is when you actually get to have the real conversation where you understand your brother, who and you were literally born in the same hospital, grew up together, went to school together, ate together. You had the chance to travel, and you come back, and your brother is telling you that you are not a Liberian. Hello? And I said this to someone. I said, back in the days, we had our own level of stereotype of how we perceive people with the Americo-Liberian background. But now, we, the indigenous, have been fortunate to travel to the United States or outside of the country and spend some time. And now we are back. Now we are confronted with those same challenges by our own brothers and sisters. So I said, we are the new Congolese. You know, but the truth is, we have to talk about it. We have to talk about it. We can no longer hide behind the curtains. We have to talk about it, you know, and hopefully it will shift our perspective on each side. And definitely I know we can meet each other in the middle and create a more respectful environment for the different opinions around the table. So thank you very much. Before the minister, well, the ministers here will do a presentation to everyone here. We have a special gift he will be presented to you all to remember this day. But before we do that, we want to take just 2 remarks from anybody that been out of here for more than 20 years. Anybody more than 20 years that is here? The first time in the country. Don't be ashamed.
I got warrant officer over here. Been out for about 20 years.
Give it up for him. Welcome back, brother. Stand up. Welcome back. We're proud. You know, there's a feeling you get that brings a new reality to you when you've been away.
So he's been away for more than 20 years.
I always tell people,
he's going to make a remark.
Look for the good and say about your country. Because all the
first time in the country, actually.
They also had a bad thing. But they only tell you about the good ones. So learn to talk good about your country. Find your heroes. Lift up your leaders. Don't bring them down. Because you too will want to be lifted and be remembered. Welcome, brother.
Good afternoon. I am Cyril D. Clemens II, the Chief Warrant Officer of 4 in the U.S. Army. I have served over 20 years in the U.S. Army, and by March I'll be retiring. But I'm not here to talk anything about military. I'm here to talk about trade strife. We have basketball phenom in Trey Clemens. Trey Clemens, will you stand real quick? Trey is 11 years old, and he's in the top 5 of 11-year-old in the United States. He's currently playing for Kevin Durant AAU team. And so we started Trade Stripe, and as we speak, we have over 50 kids over at SKD. And we've come all week. We've been teaching them the fundamentals of basketball. And we're trying to give back, teaching him to give back, where he's come from. And the support we've gotten so far is okay, especially for the Liberian Basketball Association. I'm not trying to throw nobody out there, but the kids needs our help. I know the adult, to try to change the mindset of Liberia, I think we need to focus on grassroots, on the kids, because those kids, just seeing them play basketball, interacting with them, playing with them, we have hope of tomorrow. And if we can just keep, giving all we have. I know it's hard right now. There's no system in place or whatever, but there's hope. And if we can just, put all the hiccups and everything aside and just continue to rely, have hope, I know we can build a better Liberia. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and thank you for standing up for your kid. When the children plays soccer or indoor sport in the USA, it's a very challenging thing for you to balance the work schedule, so it comes with a lot of pride. But thank you. We'll take one more. Don't forget to say your name.
Good afternoon. My name is Percy Williams Jr. I'm glad, proud to be a Liberian. And I'm here to preach to the choir. I'm not preaching to you all. I want this to serve as an encouragement. I left this country since, I left 1990. And I came back to bury my dad, and it's been a long time. And I came again to bury my brother in Sierra Leone when I stopped by Liberia, and I heard Bishop Colatucci was going to be here doing this thing. I would come by. So I came to Liberia and I saw my father's investment. And just looking at it, you see it's doomed. As a matter of fact, a couple of my brothers said, tear that thing down. I'm telling you, if you have any investment that your parents set up and went down and it looked so deplorable, they had molds, they had algae, the roofs fell in. It was a factory. I'm not sure if many of you are familiar with the old gold metal factory. We produced 16 different drinks. But I came and saw this thing, and I'm telling you, something got into my spirit that really motivated me, angered me, and said, and I had to say to myself, my siblings, look, our parents have worked so hard for these things, we cannot let it go to the ground. So let's stand up, and let's do what we can do to resuscitate this building. And that's what we've been doing. So for you out here who have, your parents have worked hard for things and buildings in this place that's all black and green, trust me, you can resurrect those buildings. Don't let them stay and be an eyesore in our community. I just want to greet you again from Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And that's what we are trying to achieve here. And we are working hard. And we don't lay the foundation, our kids will not come here. And everything will just go down the drain like that. Again, thank you all. At this point, we will proceed to the special presentation. Let me find out from my team back there. Are we ready? Okay, please come closer. And I will call our two ministers here to do the presentation. So what you would do, row by row, the first row will stand up and come up front. Same thing on the side. And one of the ministers, both of the ministers will engage you and they will put the sash on you and present you with the diaspora cap, with the executive horn from the executive mansion that have the information in it. And they will put the sash on you as well. And before you leave, you will have the t-shirt available out there for you to take, just because you have to select the size that you want. We hope to see you all tomorrow morning at the dialogue so we can have a hard conversation. Mr. Minister and Minister, people, please rise. So you will just stand a little bit, take a step forward. Just step right there. Ease it out, really.
And then it's team 2. So one of the ministers will be
Alright, so I can almost. Pictures. Can we do both? We need to put the one that between the picture. Screen back. Yeah. Don't feel like doing the whole group. I should have
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, right there.
Switch.
No, maybe they can sit down there. So you can have a seat and then the next group can come. Next group, please come. Next group. Now, whole row is forming.
No, I mean, I'm available to when you talk, it's like, no. Who do you need? Okay.
I want to see my question.
Make sure you get the invitation for this.
Sorry. You're in the shot. You're good.
Got to have this.
Sorry.
calling the minister. Yeah, they put a good background inside. Yeah. Video picture. Man, video picture. Move for that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So we have, I think, about 4 more persons to take care of. One is our grandma who been away for 52 years. She will be, it will be done in a special category. And also our distinguished guest from Fulton County, Alana, our judge and our delegation will call them up front, so the minister and the people that fund the will. You heard I will get from Manny, Alana? That's the executive horn from the executive mansion, Republic of Liberia. Can we all give a big hand of applause for our special guest?
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Minister, before you take a seat, this is a special category of the Liberians have been away for over 52 years. We want to ask everybody to rise up and you present in a historic way, just to appreciate, and maybe if you want to say.
And so the special honor is to be given to one of my Liberian sisters who's been around away for about 52 years. And it's a special honor by the minister.
Show appreciation. Anyone.
All right, so
All right, thank you.
Mother and sister who has been away for about 52 years as part of the delegation from the Liberian Diaspora that are here. And she's a part of them, and a special honor.
Okay, please have your seat as we wrap it up and